Over the past 24 hours, 3 civilians were killed and 19 more were wounded as a result of shelling in the Donetsk region. This was reported by Pavlo Kyrylenko, head of the regional military administration. The shelling of the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant also continues. As a result, an emergency protection system was activated at one of the power units.
Активно інформуємо світ про російський ядерний шантаж.
We are actively informing the world about Russian nuclear blackmail, about shelling and mining of the Zaporizhzhia NPP facilities. There are already appropriate reactions from the international community, but it is necessary to speed up actions in response. Russia will not pay attention to words and concerns. New sanctions are needed against the terrorist state and the entire Russian nuclear industry for creating the threat of a nuclear disaster. The world should not forget about Chernobyl and remember that the Zaporizhzhia NPP is the largest in Europe. The Chernobyl disaster is an explosion in one reactor. The Zaporizhzhia NPP is 6 power units. On the night of August the 9th, the enemy shelled 2 districts of the Dnipropetrovsk region. Russian troops fired Grad multiple launch rocket systems at Nikopol 3 times. A total of 120 shells were fired. Residential houses were damaged, shops, workshops, administrative premises and cars were mutilated at 3 enterprises. An employee of one of the enterprises was wounded. A 46-year-old man was hospitalized with a fracture. Valentyn Reznichenko, head of the Dnipropetrovsk Regional Military Administration. Sinelnikovo district of the Dnipropetrovsk region came under fire. Several private houses were destroyed. As a result of shelling, windows in multi-story buildings were blown out. The shelling of Kharkiv also continues. According to city mayor Igor Terechov, at least 4 explosions were heard in the city around 2 a.m. So far, rescuers were only able to discover 2 aftermaths of nighttime arrivals. In the Industrial district, the electric pylon and streetcar rails were actually damaged in a wasteland. Another one flew in the Kiltseva area near a 2-story building, which had nothing to do with military infrastructure. Shrapnel damaged the facade, partially the roof and broke windows. There was no information about any casualties. Igor Terechov, mayor of Kharkiv, on Telegram. From 3 a.m. until morning, the Russian army shelled Mykolaiv and the Mykolaiv region. The settlements of Halitsyn and Shevchenko communities came under constant fire. In the morning of August the 9th, around 7 a.m., the enemy shelled the outskirts of the city. According to preliminary information, no casualties were reported. Detailed information about the consequences of the shelling is being clarified. Vitaly Kim, head of the Mykolaiv Regional Military Administration, on Telegram. Last night, the armed forces of Ukraine repulsed 10 enemy attacks on the administrative border of the Luhansk and Donetsk regions. Reported by Pavlo Stelmach, Larisa Zubenko, UATV News.